one, and go.
How's it going, everybody? It's Dr. Jeff down here in Costa Rica at Rythmia Life Advancement Center. So, sometimes it's hard to get the motivation to make a change in your life. You guys are very busy. You got a lot going on. You're busy with work, with family, with your own, trying to do what's necessary for your life, and you've hit some dead ends and you've hit some walls, and you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling burdened, you're feeling like you're taking care of everybody, but you're not taking care of yourself. And then you think, all right, well, if I go and do something for myself, then I got to spend money and I have to take time off work, and then I can't fulfill my responsibilities with my family. And then it's not going to work anyway, because when I get home, and you get way ahead of yourself, you just get way, way, way ahead of yourself, and you shut it down before you've even given yourself a chance to actually make something happen. So this is really common. It's hard to find things that are actually going to work for people these days. There's all these places that promise things. There's all these programs that promise, and there's all these methodologies. And, coming from the United States, where I grew up in California. It's like every other commercial is a pharmaceutical ad. I mean, it's just crazy. Like, all these things exist to try to help you. But I'm not saying pharmaceuticals will help you all the time. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying there's all these things coming at you that are trying to help you overcome issues, or try to get clarity, or to kind of, see things differently. And the bottom line is, you don't trust any of it, and you haven't seen anything work, and you might have tried some of these things and it's just a waste, So what I'm here to tell you is that I hear you. I was one of those people that, felt like the only way to do it is if, I was on a deserted island by myself with no responsibility, then I could do what I needed to do to take care of me. And that's just never going to happen. Thank goodness it's never going to happen. I had to make a leap of faith and make a commitment so that I could get the healing that I needed. I was very reluctant. The first time I tried plant medicine, I was not forced into it, but I was like very much pushed into it with a lot of encouragement by Jerry, who is the CEO of Rythmia, because he knew I needed it. He knew that I would benefit from it, but I didn't have a whole lot of confidence in it. Now, at Rythmia, we have a program that's a week long, and you go through all the different modalities that we have. Every day and every evening is thought out very carefully. There's classes, there's yoga, there's meditation, there's breath work, there's plant-based medicine called ayahuasca, which is an indigenous drink from shamanic traditions from the Amazon basin of Colombia, is where we get our medicine from, and where the curanderos and the shamans from that part of the world have been living a certain lifestyle for thousands of years, that they have this remedy that helps people overcome anxiety, depression, addiction, and trauma. Now, we don't work on addiction at Rythmia, but some people have an addiction history. And in the past, you might have dealt with that through rehabs or counseling. And then now you're sober, but you still are what we call white knuckling your recovery. And so Rythmia is really good for those type of people that have a history of addiction, but are not currently addicts. So most of you, though, have depression, or have some anxiety, or you have a history of trauma. How the heck are you supposed to work on all that? Like, go to therapy? Well, you could. I used to work as a therapist in Los Angeles, and I had dozens and dozens and dozens of clients, and they saw me for years on end. And some of them got a little bit better. Most of them kind of just stayed the same. And the reason for that is because the program modality of therapy has its limits. It's very good at stabilizing people, but at the end, you really have to do the work yourself and go deep. So Rythmia has that possibility for you. It has this program that is amazing. 98% right now of our guests that come here say that it was a success for them. 98%. That's self-reported data when they leave. 92% say 6 months later, after we follow up, 92% say that it is still in their life working, and they still feel in the zone. So sometimes we just have to just jump in and do something for ourselves. Sometimes we just have to take that leap of faith and get the healing that we need so we can get the momentum rolling and the ball rolling. Last week, we had this amazing group of guests. They all did very well, and they all went through a lot of struggle, and they all just jumped in and trusted the process. And they all did amazing. We had a 100% success rate last week. It was incredible. This week, we have a whole new set of guests. They're in the orientation classes right now. The first class is on how to set intentions this week, how to work with the ayahuasca, how to get the most out of the program. We teach you how to use this program. We're not just like throwing you out in the jungle and drink some medicine, see what happens, and hope for the best. That's not what we're doing here. We're guiding you. We're counseling you. We are encouraging and providing support for you. We also have a medical license with the Costa Rican Ministry of Health. They are on board with us serving ayahuasca to you because it's a safe, very effective modality that works very well to help you overcome a variety of things. Now, we have a program that's very, very planned out and perfectly executed. All you need to do is get here. You come here on a Saturday or you come here on a Sunday. We get you acclimated, we get you medically cleared, and then on Monday, you start the program. And the first night of ayahuasca is tonight, Monday night, and you have 4 of them. So if you really want a change in your life, you really want to push through this adversity you're feeling back home, you guys are in the rat race, you're struggling with all kinds of work responsibilities, family responsibilities, you're taking care of everybody else, it's time for you. See you down here. Thanks for watching. See you probably